Hi everyone, good afternoon. It is noon my time actually right now. And I wanted to share with you a recipe that is so easy and it's so perfect for a house full of people. I know we're in, the new normal, at least temporarily, where we're all quarantining and staying at home and staying safe, which is great. So I am looking for other ways to be healthy and different things that I can do. So today I'm going to share with you something that we all know and love, which is a pasta recipe, which is absolutely fantastic. So one of the things I want to share with you, my favorite pasta is Barilla Protein Plus pasta. It actually packs a great deal amount of protein. It's 10 grams for the serving, and it tastes better. And I absolutely love it. So I usually go for this. But again, with everything that's going on, it's not always available. But I usually will go for whole wheat and do a combination of both. So this calls for 12 ounces of pasta. Now, I happen to be using thin spaghetti, which only takes about 7 minutes. So I'm going to start with that. And I actually did that already. So you could take the cold or hot noodles. These happen to be still a little bit warm because I just cooked them right before this video. You may even see some of the steam escaping. And we're just going to put this in here. And this is a very nice vegetarian recipe. You're going to love it. So next we're going to take 4 tablespoons of canola oil. So this is going to kind of separate everything and bring all of the flavors together. So it's also just going to just gloss up the pasta a bit and add a little bit more fat to what we want. So we're going to add that. And we're just going to toss it up. I love these. They are so helpful. They make pasta dishes and salads so much easier to serve. So we're going to toss all that together. Now, we're going to add some of the other ingredients. This is a quarter cup of sesame seed oil. Toasted sesame seed oil. Sorry, I am getting texts and emails, and it comes up on while I'm shooting this video. So if I pause or forget what something actually is, that's what's going on. So I'm just going to pour this. This gives it a nice toasted flavor, just a nice nutty flavor. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing is adding in some nice colorful ingredients just to give this a really wonderfully fresh boost. Now we're going to give it some extra flavor. Now, I love garlic. I chopped and sort of minced this garlic a little bit. I had 2 really big cloves and maybe 3 or 4 smaller cloves. But I love garlic. It's super heart healthy and perfect for this kind of what we're trying to do today. So I'm going to put that garlic in. And then the recipe normally calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar, but I like to use honey. I have a honey company that I like to buy from. It's called Murphy's. It's local to me. It's right outside of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, and it's in Newton Ransom, and their honey is phenomenal. I actually ordered more from her today, so I'm just going to spoon this honey right in here and distribute it evenly. It gives it a nice sweetness. So you're going to get a little bit of the sweet, a little bit of the salty. We're going to put a little spice in there. If you don't like spicy, you can make it less. Or if you love spicy like me, you can make it more. So we're just going to toss all this together like that. There we go. And I'll show you the finished product too. And I appreciate your patience with me. I do not have all these different cameras like the Food Network, but I will show you everything throughout the process. So we're going to take a quarter cup of, it's amino acids, but it's basically soy sauce. The amino acids are sold it's sold in your grocery store. It's a large bottle, looks like soy sauce. It is soy sauce, and it's a lot less sodium. It's 360 milligrams as opposed to 500 or 800. So that's a nice healthy alternative. We're going to put that in, give it a nice Asian kick, which is what we want. Then it calls for a half a teaspoon of chili oil. The half a teaspoon of chili oil, what I find is gives it a nice kick. You can taste a little bit of the spice, but it's not overwhelming. Because it's so small, I didn't even put it in a pinch bowl. This is what you call a pinch bowl. I didn't even do that, so I'm just going to sort of distribute it on the top there. So you can see, you're not seeing any of the color yet. You're just seeing the ingredients so you don't see the color just yet. So we'll just toss that around. Oh, that smells so good. Now we're going to add, so the recipe calls for vinegar, rice wine vinegar, which is fantastic, and I've used it with that, but I decided to juice a lime instead. You want to add an acid to this because whenever you have anything with oils in it or anything like that, it becomes very rich. So you want to add an acid to this just to pick it up a little bit, and it makes it more balanced. So I just do a whole lime. If you don't like too much acid, you could do half a lime, but I like the whole lime. I think it works really, really well. So now it's time to make it colorful. So before we make it colorful, we're going to add some substance to it. Now, if you would rather meat, you can do that. You can cook up some chicken, some steak, whatever kind of meat you love, fish, shrimp, whatever you like. But I love garbanzo beans. Now, just another little tip for you that I want to tell you is with garbanzo beans, the liquid that's in the can, if you're a vegan or you like dips for your vegetables, you can take that and you can whip it up. And there is a recipe that I could send out there to everybody that I learned in a cooking class. And it turns into a thinner ranch dip. So it's not as thick, but it's like a vegan ranch dip, and it's amazing. It's so good. So I just wanted to let you know that's a lesser known tip for some folks out there. So we're going to add a can of chickpeas, which is, sorry, I'm moving you for a second here. It's a total of 15.5 ounces. I just want to make sure I got the amount right. So we're going to add that. That'll give it some nice additional protein and substance. We're going to make it more colorful. I chopped up a small bell pepper. If you have a larger bell pepper, you can just chop up half of it. So put that in, give it some color. And we're going to give it some nice greenery and add 4 chopped spring onions or scallions. So we're going to put those in as well. I'm going to toss, see how colorful and beautiful that is? I'm going to toss this all together. There we go. Wonderful. Now, another thing I wanted to tell you. I mentioned that it's, this pasta here. When you are boiling pasta or anything in general, if you put a wooden spoon over the top of it, if you don't happen to have a lid, or you don't happen to have, foil or something to put on top of it to help it not boil over. If you put a wooden spoon on top of it, I've had some good luck with that. It doesn't boil over. I don't know if there's science to that or what that is, but I did really find that was very helpful in helping it to stop boiling over. So now we are going to serve. So I'm going to take a little bit of our mixture. Make sure I put some nice colorful greens in here. There we go. A little bit more. There we are. And then I'm going to decorate it with some actual sesame seeds. Go right on top there. And there it is with the bean that just popped off. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate all of my followers and all of you coming today. It really means a lot to me. And I will continue finding ways to continue to do this for you. Again, this is perfect. A house full of people, you can make more and just add to the recipe. I'm going to add the recipe at the bottom of this video, but you can make more of this and do that. A couple things that I've been doing to keep my immunity up. I've been finding ways to be active. I actually found a company I really like called Pure Inventions. It's like little drops. You can get them on Amazon. And cranberry and elderberry is what I've been using because elderberry really helps your immune system. And the other thing I've been doing is drinking a ton of water. I drink like 4 of these a day. I try to get out and go for walks. I've actually gone all around town. And I actually sell this. This is a CBD oil. I take it in the morning and I take it at night. It helps with my blood pressure and any pain that I have. So listen, I really appreciate you coming. I'm going to take a nice little taste of this. I really appreciate you watching me. Thank you so much for following me. And I wish all of you well. I know this isn't easy, but we will get to the other side of this. We just have to do our best and be productive in the house. And without further ado, I'm going to try this. Let's see. It's going to be very rustic, so. The lime, the freshness of the crunch of the bell pepper, the freshness of the onion, the green onion, the heartiness of the beans, everything all together just really makes for a wonderful lunch, dinner, whatever you have. You can even do it as a side if you're making a bigger meal, but honestly, this will keep your folks in the house busy if you have a house full of people. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for following me. Please ask me questions, send me anything you want, and I will be happy to answer, and I really appreciate your likes and loves. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.